Hi, Sarah Banas here, Spectrum Weavers. I am going to show you today how to use digital paper in Cricut Design Space. It's very easy and it's a great tool to know how to use. So you can picture digital paper as, essentially it's just a high resolution image of, what you would consider to be, if you were a scrapbooker or something like that, you know, that type of paper that you would use, specialty paper. And there's a million different kinds you can get, some just absolutely beautiful ones. I chose a few today that I think are super pretty. This one right here is one that I just got. This is, I don't know if I'm saying it correct, but a bokeh effect, like you would do in photography. Just super pretty. But there's, like I said, there's just so many that you can get that are just off the charts beautiful. So okay, so let's go ahead and get to work. Before we go any further, though, let me just say if this video is helpful to you or of interest, like the video, but also subscribe to my channel. I come out with new videos probably once a week or so. Just lots of helpful, fun ways for you to learn how to use your machine better and how to design for yourself. So let's get rid of that. So this is the one we'll work on first. These are going to be envelope seals. They're going to be, I'll print and then cut them on sticker paper. So then I'll put them on my envelopes on the back of my Christmas cards. And just obviously, anyone concerned, that's not my real address. So I'll put this on the back of Christmas cards, and then that's how I'll seal the envelopes. So, and print then cut. If you don't know how to do that, I have a video on that also. Make sure you check that out. Print then cut is another very, very good tool. So let me minimize the ones that I'm not using for now to clear up some space on here. Another thing, real quick, join me on Facebook. We have a ton of huge Cricut and Silhouette groups. Actually, not some of, probably the largest on Facebook. One of our groups, the one that I'll link Cricut for Beginners. It's not really just beginners. It's all skill levels, but it's a great group. It's probably about maybe 460,000. I'm sorry, yeah, 460,000 around in there at this point. Just a really great group, super friendly, super helpful. Okay, so what we're going to want to do here, and I'll link the group in the description. So make sure you join us there. You'll love it. So what we're going to do first, and I'll link everything that I'm using here in the description also. I'll link all the digital paper. What I'll do is I'll do a link for all of like the really good digital papers. So you'll be able to look through all kinds of them. And then I'll link the any fonts or designs that I use also. So this one, I just got this one. Isn't it so pretty? So this is kind of gonna be a multi-step process to make these seals, but it'll also teach you another skill set that maybe you didn't already have. So give me just one second here. What we're going to want to do first is we're going to want to take this and we're going to turn off the grid up here. Okay. And just so that you know, digital paper can be used on any print project. So it doesn't have to be like these are going to be stickers, but if you sublimate, you can use digital paper. If you use any kind of printable heat transfer media like Avery or Starcraft, that's inkjet printable generally. You can use digital paper. If you're making cards for Christmas, or if you're making any kind of print project, there's just a million different ways you can use that. So you saw I turned off the grid up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to snip. If you don't know how to use the snipping tool on Windows, I'm sure Mac has a version as well, but just type in snipping tool down here in your search bar in the bottom left, and it'll come up. And so this is the snipping tool. It's basically a screenshot. So I'm going to go to new, and then I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go to File, Save As, and then I'm going to type in WR, and then we'll close that, and then we'll go to Upload, upload image, browse, saved in this folder, go to WR, and there's a reason we're doing this. Okay, so now I'm going to click complex. I don't think that really matters. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean up the outside. I don't want to clean up the inside. I just want to clean up the outside of that. And then apply and continue. This is the other skill set that I'm trying to show you, but we need it for this. So add to canvas. And now you'll see that isn't actually, see how this one is transparent and you can see the background, and that would cut all of this. This one is not. The one that I just uploaded, this is not. See how you can't see behind that? I'm going to change it over to basic so you can see. So that is just the outline of this. But what you want is you want that to be the same size as this one. So what is that? 2.814. You know, I'm going to, for ease, I'm going to make that 4. And then I'll make this one 4. And you'll see why I'm doing this in a second. So what I'm going to do, because I want this background, right? I want that background all to be, I want that background to all be the digital paper. But what I want, see how, okay, so send to front. You might have seen that so this is that's an exact outline trace of it. So you might have seen when I did this, I didn't just do, it wasn't just digital paper inside of it. I actually had a border around it. I just think that looks a little bit more classy. So when I do this, so I grabbed that outside, right? So now I have the outside trace of this, and that was the extra little thing I wanted to show you. That's a really convenient, good thing to know how to do. So I'm going to grab that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset it. And just going to offset it by a little bit. I don't want it to be too much. Like about right there is good. So I'm going to apply that. And now what I'm going to do is this. So I can move this over here. And now what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take my digital paper, right? And I'm going to make it bigger than that. And I'm going to select that. And I'm going to slice it down here, bottom right, slice. Okay, get rid of that now. You don't need that any longer. Get rid of that. And now that leaves you with that, right? So now you can see, I have this, right? Super pretty. So now that's the start of your sticker. Now me personally, you can see how I put that thin outline around it. I think that looks just a little bit more classy to have a very, very, very thin black outline. Or actually, anybody who follows me already knows this. I don't do anything, very, very seldom do I do straight black. I almost always do a super dark. See, that's the straight black, and that looks okay. But when you drop it down and you do charcoal gray, like a dark, dark charcoal gray, it just looks a little bit more high end, to me at least. Okay, so now this is the start of your sticker, right? Super easy. And then all you do is you take, right click, send to front. All you do is you take your text and you put that on there. And that is literally it. That is all you need to do to make super, super pretty with digital paper, envelope seals, or any sticker for that matter, for your Christmas cards, and just kind of ups your game. And then you select all, obviously, and then down here on the bottom right, flatten. And now that's it. That would be ready to set. You would just send that to your printer with sticker paper in the printer and print it out, and then load it into your Cricut, and it would cut. And that's it. And it would cut just around to the very edge of it, around this outside edge, obviously, leaving you with just this super pretty envelope seal. So that's one way that you can use digital paper, okay? And a really good one. So let's take this and put this over to the side. So now you understand digital paper, right? So let me show you another thing that you can do with it. let me show you one other one real quick. So I'll just show you just a quick, easy one that you can do for, like, say, your Christmas cards or something like that. So say you wanted to do Christmas cards and you wanted to, say you wanted to put a picture of your kids here and, Merry Christmas and blah, blah, blah. And then you wanted to just add something special to it. So let's say you took this, like this, just something to your paper, your stationery. It's a card, but it's still kind of stationery. And you just wanted something extra, something to give it a nice little bit of pizzazz, let's call it. So I'll duplicate that, and then what I'll do is take this and I will slice. Okay, and I'll get rid of that, and I'll get rid of this, and then it'll give me this. I thought it was on that curve there. That's why I did it. It probably actually isn't, so I probably didn't need to do that extra step. I could have just made the rectangle that size, but that's okay. No big deal. No harm, no foul. And I know you guys love hanging out with me, right? Yeah. So anytime you're sizing digital paper, you see how I unlocked that? You don't want to do that. You want to keep it locked so you keep your dimensions. And then let's say I want to take this slice right here. It's a pretty slice. Okay, so now select. Oh, did I already slice it? What did I do? Oh, that's funny. So you saw how it wouldn't accept the slice. The reason is because I still had you can't have more than 2 items selected when you're trying to slice, and I still had the white from the other behind it, and that's why it wasn't selecting. So let's go ahead and grab this like this. Now do that, and now slice this lid up. So grab that, and you can get rid of that, and you can get rid of this. And now see how that just like and then let's see here, line bottom. So then again, you could put, Merry Christmas on there or whatever you wanted to, but it's just one more thing that you can do with digital paper. Or you even could have, I could have built a border around it in that same pattern, or, anything that you want to do. It's incredibly versatile. So here, let me just show you what it would have looked like if we took and we built a border with that. So let's go back. I'll just actually re-upload it. It's a little bit easier. Add to canvas. And then say what I wanted to do. Take this and I'll offset it. And so you can see how the corners are rounded up. Oh, this is rounded. Okay, I want to leave that rounded actually. Okay, and then apply. And then I would take that slice this out of this. And this is going to be super pretty. So I don't know why that turned that black. That shouldn't have happened. So let's turn it back to white. We can get rid of this one and then send that to the back. And then you'll see, oh, I don't know why that happened. That's odd. So that actually somehow, I must have grabbed the wrong one. But that's okay. So I just want to show you this anyways, real quick, and then we'll move on. Then we'll move forward. But see, so you can like build you can build your own stationery. So, and then, you could put your name there and your family name or whatever. So that's another way you can use digital paper. Now let's move forward. This would be something that you would use for, again, either whether it be you are sublimating, or if you're using like a heat transfer printable, like Avery or Starcraft. There's a heat transfer print projects that are print substrates that you can use, that you can purchase, that you can print on just a home printer. But this is free there, it doesn't matter. And I'll link this design set. This is a really good design set. It comes with everything. It comes with, if you want to have it instead with the eyes and the eyelashes or whatever. But so for something like this, you would also, or could also, use digital paper. So let's say you want to put in her glasses, you want to put the beach, right? So you would take this, put her glasses to the front, and then you would just slice the part of the beach that you want shown out of her glasses. So let's say we want this. And this is fun for, like, say you're a sports mom, say your kid plays softball, you can get some pretty softball digital paper and, do the same type of project with that. So there's that. And then, say you wanted to have a neat print in her bow. You could have done, the ocean or the beach in both, but I like the idea of what is being seen in the glasses, being reflected in the glasses, being what you use for that. And this is a super pretty print. But see, so you can see the neat ways that digital paper can be used. It's just, like I said, a really versatile product. There's just so many beautiful different digital papers out there. I will link, like I said, in the description, I will link where you can find a ton of just absolutely beautiful digital papers. I'm going to link the Facebook groups. I'm actually going to link a few Facebook groups. I'll link Cricut for Beginners. I will link our Sublimation for Beginners group. If you have any interest in becoming involved in sublimation and you don't know how to start or where to start, join our subgroup as well. That's a fantastic group. People are so willing to help. I will link all the products used. And then, like I said, like the video, but also subscribe. That way you'll get a notification when the new videos come out. And that's it. If you have any questions at all, you can ask them in the comments here, or, in the group. If you have any questions for me directly, you can always talk to me directly in the groups. I mean, that's about it. I hope you have a good day. Bye.